technology and how everything's been made simpler. Everything constantly is for ease of access. We want to make things as simple as possible, so we can do more, just more and more and more. I heard someone a long time ago try and tell me that it's impossible to multitask. I asked why, because it just seems absurd. Because everybody believes they can do everything, anything, right? So I asked, why? Curious. He says, because essentially, when you do anything, you should put your you into it, right? That's who you are. Any task you do, just do it with pride. That's what I was always taught. If you're gonna put your name on something, if you're gonna do something, actually do it to the best of your ability. Why not? Just do your best. Make the decision. Make the decision. That's what it comes down to. That's just been kind of bothering me. I hear a lot. I don't know. I don't care. Whatever. And it just seems that people have, I don't know if they've lost the drive or the want and or need to want to do something or to actually obtain something themselves. Going back to what I started about, everything just needs to be simpler, as simple as possible. So no one has really any reason to strive or persevere. Nobody has any. So what are we just? I mean, I understand the concept of no strife, peace, but working towards a goal of where nobody at all ever has to work for something or try hard at something to get something. We're living in an age where down to TV. It's as simple as TV. Back, you used to watch TV, and if what you wanted to watch wasn't on, you didn't watch that. You waited until it was on. Maybe it wasn't on that day. It was on the next day. Maybe it was on later that night. Maybe you missed it because of some dumb shit, and you moved on. You dealt with that, and you learned from that, I feel. You grew from that in some way. Gained from that. I don't really know where I'm going with this, but you used to have to make decisions and deal with the decision you made. If you wanted to watch a movie, going off the Netflix and the Hulu thing, back in the day, if you wanted to watch a movie or see a new movie, you would either, wait for it to come on TV at a certain time, or you would go to the movie store or the movie rental place, Blockbuster, Family Video, fucking whatever. You'd go there and you'd browse around. You'd either pick a movie that one of your friends had suggested or somebody had suggested, or based off maybe a trailer you happened to catch on TV because you were lucky enough to see something that actually caught your interest, and then now the rest is on you. Say, if you want to watch that movie, you actually do the legwork and you go out and you rent that movie. If that movie sucks, well, either you eat that, either you watch the rest of it or whatever. Not like Netflix, Hulu, or all the other stuff nowadays. You watch something. Oh, this is boring. Click next. Oh, click next. Nobody's giving anything a chance. Just skipping over. Possible would-be just superb stories. I don't know. Maybe something that, but that's not even the point. They're just out of the next because the attention is just so sped up. We have to do more and more and more. Everything has to be simpler, do more and more and more. I don't know. Going off the movie thing, I remember a long time ago, it had have been 2007. That's kind of a weird, it's kind of a weird story. So, going to the movie store, just like I was talking about. Well, movie rental, store, place, whatever. Playing a little VHS roulette, DVD roulette, whatever, what have you. And just so happens that the movie I decided to pick that particular evening is The Brown Bunny. A sweet little flick, directed by Vincent Gallo. I think that's how you pronounce it. That doesn't matter. Starring Cheryl Teague and a bunch of other, forgettable characters. Anyways, I had no idea what I was in store for. Pop it in. Beginning of the movie starts just like any other movie thing. Slow music, kind of. It's got the credits rolling. It's zooming in and out on this guy having like a motorcycle race. He's riding like crotch rockets, and you think nothing of it. Goes on for a while. You're like, okay, the movie's gonna start. About 10 minutes in, still doing the same thing. About 15 minutes goes by at least, and same thing. Just this. There's nothing. Just credits have ended. It's just this drawn out images and still shots of this guy coming around. Not even like action shots, just still. The guy comes around and just super boring. Unless you're into that sort of thing. Anyways, then you see him, finish the race. I don't even remember what happened, what place he came in. It doesn't matter. Then next shot, real quick, him just pushing his bike into the back of his van. And then I'm still thinking, this has got to get better. Well, then it's just proceeds to film this guy driving, and you don't know where he's going yet, because you're still, at least in the next 20 minutes, you're still waiting for this movie to get better. It doesn't. But just spoiler alerts for anybody who hasn't seen The Brown Bunny. Maybe not watch the rest of this video. Anyways, he just puts his bike in the back of the van, proceeds to drive across country. And the only reason you realize that is because they literally put the camera in like the passenger seat, like on a pedestal, and it's just filming the dude just driving. Occasionally you'll see him like reach down and eat some sunflower seeds or something, take a drink of something. Occasionally it'll show out the front of the van him, or the street signs coming past as he's driving across. I can't even remember some of the signs. It's been so long, but anyways, so occasionally after like probably about 15-minute increments of him driving cross country and him just like showing, him driving and then out the dash, all these signs passing by and overpasses, him passing people, and then he'll pull over into a rest area or pull over at, a fast food place. You see him get out. And it's really, really silly too. He, like the way they film it, it's just, it's super odd. But he gets out, goes and, I remember one scene in particular, he stops at this rest area and he walks up to use the bathroom, and it's weird how they place the camera like just down the way so you can see him walk into frame, and like kind of mid-frame there's like this girl sitting at this picnic table, and he just kind of walks past her to the rest area, which is top frame, and he stops and he kind of midway and he stops, he kind of looks back and then just turns around and keeps going, and then it just stays there for like the duration of a restroom break, and then he comes back out of said restroom and hold that thought, and there we go. Damn lights in this bar. Somebody needs to tell the owner. However, anyways, I digress. You see him come back out of the rest area and comes back down, walks by her, and then kind of walks back, strikes up a conversation. I don't even know, I'll be honest, I don't even remember, 100%, I don't even know how it all went down, but next thing you know, this guy's like talking to this girl, and then they're just going at it on the picnic table, just making out and being all like, and then he just leaves. Then he just up and leaves. There's one part in the movie, it might have been prior to that, he's stops in this one town, and he's kind of like driving around the block, and he sees some hookers on the street, and he's kind of watched them for a while, like creepoid style, down the block in this van, and then he pulls up, girl walks up, the usual banter, I mean, not that I know, but the whole, and he's like, how much for such and such, hour and a half, blah, blah, blah. Gets in, then they proceed to just drive around for, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes or so, and he just asks her all, like, the weird questions, like, why do you do this? What's going on? Kind of just awkward, like, I don't know. I did happen to notice that if you happen to watch this movie, all these women, after a while, you start to realize that all these females, all these women that he's like, all throughout and this happens throughout the whole movie basically. He's just kind of picking up these random chicks in weird random places throughout the whole movie, and all of them have names of like flowers, like violet, rose, and dahlia, stuff like that. And then finally at the end gets to which you can only assume this is his next motorcycle race. He drives from I don't even remember, it doesn't even matter, let's say Florida to California, and that actually probably is it, or maybe the other way around, but anyways, I remember being across the whole United States. So he gets there, he gets this hotel, checks into his hotel for the next race. And at that point, then it doesn't explain anything. The whole movie, the entire movie, it doesn't explain shit. You're just watching this dude. After he gets done racing his motorcycle, he pushes in his van. Then you proceed to watch this guy drive across country, randomly picking up these girls and being really, really weird, and never actually like going through with other than like maybe kissing and stuff, but actually like going through with anything. Just being like an awkward, weird kind of guy, like almost shy or ashamed, shameful kind of. Then he checks into the hotel at the very end of the movie for his race, and then he goes into the hotel room, and then there's this chick that shows up, and she just starts blowing him. Like, I mean, like, real, like, you can see it, like, just starts blowing the dude right there in the hotel room, and you're like, what the hell's going on? And it's X-rated. You can see it all, and you're like, what the fuck just happened? And then she kind of fades away. She's like a ghost. She wasn't even there, and then the dude's just standing there in the middle of the hotel room with his dick in his hand. Just, and you're just left going, what in the shit did I just spend 2 hours of my life on?